Absolute value stands for whatever may be the value plus or minus, answer has to be written in plus only. Absolute means just value only. Okay, so when we say absolute value function, it is defined in the simplest way as y is equal to mod x. This is an example, this is not a general function, but we can apply this absolute value to any of the function like this. We will be analyzing everything for y is equal to mod x, and then as per the examples, we'll replicate the same logic for other questions. So what is the meaning of this mod x? It means that x has to be always positive irrespective of whatever you put in. Now we are standing right now at the developer end. You have to understand from that perspective. One is a developer who develops the process and the other one is a user. So as a math students, you can never be the user. You have to think from developer perspective, that if you develop such a machine which is doing a magic, that it will always give you positive answer. And it is not a magic, okay? It's just a process which we have to define. So just think from that perspective, that if someone inputs negative value of x, so when x is less than 0, if someone inputs negative value of x, then what should I write over this in this so that it becomes always positive? So that is why we will come to a definition that it has to be minus x. I am using bit difficult words because I want you to connect this thing to some real life examples. Okay, this function will always give me positive answer. In the background, what is happening to this? You see over here. If you are putting, let's say, minus 2. So minus 2 you will put in this minus x. So minus minus will become plus 2. Similarly, if you are putting any of the value which is greater than or equal to 0, then it has to be x. You can try it out for any value, let's say 5. So if I put 5 over here, answer will be positive 5 only. If I put 5 over here, then firstly, as per this definition, I cannot put, because this definition is true only for x less than 0. So that's why we have to bifurcate in the graph also, that when x is greater than or equal to 0, it has to be this line. And when x is less than 0, it has to be this line. So for any of the value lesser than 0, when you will put your x in this definition, you are going to get a positive y value. So that's why in the graph, it is seen that there is no value which lies below x-axis. So below x-axis means there is no value which is lying over here, hence y can't be negative, and that's why we call it as an absolute value function. So this branch will be y is equal to x, this will be y is equal to minus x, and then based on the values which you are inputting, the value, the definition of the function will be activated. If someone inputs negative 5.2, so it will go automatically to this definition, because as I said earlier, that you have to think from developer's perspective, that when a negative value is inserted, it will activate the first definition. If a positive value is inserted, it will automatically activate the second definition. And then every time you are going to get positive answer only. And in simple words, we can say that when it is negative 5.2 in the bars, it will be positive 5.2. This is just a way we write as a user, but in the background, that is what is happening.